ho, ho, ho.
Time for parties and celebrations. People dancing all night long. Time for presents and exchanging kisses. Time for singing Christmas songs.
Hey, I'm Jim Radio Award and welcome to my review for The Time with the Doctor. Just finished watching it. I have my Doctor Who t-shirt. Peter Capaldi is in, Matt Smith is out. So let's talk about Doctor Who. This is going to be a spoiler review, so if you haven't seen this episode yet, please turn off this video and go and watch it and come back. So The Time with the Doctor is the last episode from Matt Smith's final version of the character. It's been building up to this, Trenzalore, from the events of, like season 5 to this episode. They've kind of brought back and reintroduced certain things, references from like season 5, season 6, and of course season 7, all build up to this episode. And to be honest, I really did enjoy it for the most part, to be honest. There's a few things which is questionable, and some of the decisions of the writing, which I think I need to rewatch again and kind of think about it. But I liked what they did for a good portion of it. I felt it was a bit different than, of course, than David Tennant's Regeneration was. David Tennant was more like, like an emotional kind of like trauma in the sense of, letting go of the character, and we kind of had like 4 or 5 seasons with that version of the character, and I felt his ending was very appropriate and very well done for the version of the character. I think Matt Smith did a very good job in this episode. He definitely brought out his A game. So the story of this episode follows a mystery planet that is broadcasting a signal to all the dark species in the universe, the Daleks, the Cybermen, the Silence, all to this one planet. And of course the Doctor, being the Doctor, he investigates, and he is saying, what was this signal, what is it? And it turns out to be Doctor Who, this broadcast. And what the episode does, it kind of relinks and reintroduces certain things from like the old episodes, season 5, season 6, all that type of thing, and reintroduce certain things, building up to this kind of finale episode. And I really liked what they did with it in terms of the storyline. I love the opening segments with the whole ships and that kind of thing, and he's got like a Cyberman helmet. I thought that was really funny. I really like the fact the Doctor's got like a Cyberman head and calling it handles. It's kind of like a little kind of like canine companion in a sense. I thought that was really funny. I like the fact he kind of talks back, and you got a bit of humour, a bit of mad stuff going on with the Doctor, and the fact that he's kind of like naked and then like he projects clothes on him, I thought was interesting. There's certain things I thought were really funny, and it's good to see a bit of one last laugh with the Doctor again, a bit of fun times with Matt Smith's version of the character. I thought that was really funny. It certainly gets darker later on with the whole idea of the Silence coming back and what type of thing, and he goes onto the planet, he realises what's down there with the whole crack in the universe that was introduced in season 5. I like how they brought that back, because it's they linked it within like the mystery room that was in the God Complex within season 6. I thought that was interesting, linked with the whole Time Lords. Basically like the Gallifrey is stuck on another side of the universe, a different universe, and it's basically to open the crack in a sense is to say the Doctor's name, his true name, and I like the idea of that. And he won't leave the planet because the other species in the universe, everywhere else, Daleks, all kinds of other creatures, don't want the Time Lords to come back, and of course he's going to stick his ground. He's got no more generations left. This has been dealt with now in this episode, the idea of he's used regeneration within David Tennant's one with the whole shot by a Dalek. He's used it again, and of course they've counted the War Doctor, John Hurt's version of the Doctor, as a Doctor, which is interesting. So he's used the regenerations, he's on his final body, and you just see like Matt Smith's kind of like very interesting performance. He's found his last purpose. The planet's Trenzalore. He's going to do this, war against everyone else in a sense, and he does. He combats every single creature that comes out, Cybermen, Daleks, all sorts of things. The church troop that was in season 6, trying to stop the Doctor, and he rides out his final days on the planet in a sense. Becomes eventually a very old man, and he's willing to die to save the people and just try and so he's basically trapped on the planet in a sense, in that regard. And I really like the idea of that. He gives a good more performance for the character, and he becomes something of a hero for the people, and I like the idea of that. And of course Clara wants to try and save him and change the future. You have to change the future, and you can't, because Trenzalore has been set in stone. It has to be done. That is the final resting place of the Doctor. So Matt Smith's final performance as the Doctor, I felt, was a really fun, appropriate one. Lots of fun, moments within the opening act. You got to see him kind of interact with other creatures, Daleks, and all sorts of things. Again, him with his companion Clara, and see him as an old man, a brittle, old man. That's basically saying, you want my life, come and get it. In a sense, I love the idea of that. And they referenced a couple of things from the old episodes. They referenced a very specific episode, which does make sense. Within like the Five Doctors, the 40th anniversary episode within Peter Davison's era, which I thought was very appropriate with the idea of having the seal of Gallifrey still off the Master, which is a good little reference. And of course through that with the whole crack in the universe and the Gallifrey on the other side, they've chosen to give the Doctor a brand new life cycle, which within the Five Doctors mythology was actually 12 generations to his body, so they can do it for another 50 odd years now if they wanted to. This shows practically can go on forever. They did exactly what I thought they were going to do in the sense, but my only complaint is I would have liked to have done it a little better. The fact he just like magically blew fairy dust into the Doctor, I felt was a bit like, I can see why you're trying to go the Moffat, but I didn't like that approach. I felt you could have done it a little better. Maybe, something could have been a little bit different in that regard. But, maybe a second watch, maybe a third watch, I might appreciate it more. But I love the fact that scene where he gets the life back in and he says, like, you want my life, come and get it, against the Dalek ship, and it goes wham and wham and it explodes the fucking tower. I thought that was fantastic. I really love that, and it's a good way. And then of course I'm glad that that wasn't the final kind of act of Matt Smith. I thought that was good. I was thinking, oh please don't be the last lines of Matt Smith. I think, oh thank God he wasn't. And of course you get to see him back in the TARDIS, and he's got brand new life, talking back to younger Doctor again. And of course the final moments, you get to see him do a great fantastic speech, a really good line, much like David Tennant's line was, and you get to see him like he is the Doctor, he always will be the Doctor, and I really like that. I really appreciate that last segment. I felt it was very appropriate for Matt Smith to go like that. He didn't go crying, he didn't go whimpering, he said, I am the Doctor, it's time to restart again, and there was a bit of emotion in that. I was like, fair play man, that's a good acting performance right there. And they brought back Amelia Pond, of course Karen Gillan for a little cameo, which again, another problem I had with it. I like the fact they referenced that being the fact that Amelia was the first person he saw within Matt Smith's body, but at the same time I felt it outshined Clara's kind of last moments with the Doctor. I would have liked to see Matt Smith just fully embrace Clara, and then it would have made the performance fantastic. And I felt again Clara was really not well used in the episode. She was kind of like comedy, little speck thing in the middle, disappear back up to Earth, come back later on in the episode. She had some good moments in it, I really liked it, but again she just got outshined so much by the fact that it was the Matt Smith's last episode, by the fact that Amelia came back. It kind of just insult a little bit of the companion. I don't know if it was just me or not. I liked what they did. Moffat, fair play, that was a good little segment. I really appreciated that. But if you're gonna do that, just bring the character back. You didn't need to do that kind of But anyway, that's just my little opinion anyway. I'd like to know your opinion on that, folks. What are your thoughts? Do you think it outshined a little bit? Do you think it was appropriate? Do you think it was good? I certainly think it was good. I just thought it outshined Clara's performance. And that last little special moment between, companion and, Doctor, of course, and then you got a grand finale with, Peter Capaldi's coming in, which wasn't the typical, starburst kind of thing we usually get. We've already had that within, the Tower. It just instantly snaps into, which I thought was brilliant. Of course, you get Peter Capaldi's, I've got new liver, I've got new kidneys kind of thing. I don't like the colour of it, and can you fly the TARDIS? I love the fact, he's a bit, doesn't know where he's going, doesn't know where he is. He's a bit out there thinking, actually, I don't know how to fly the TARDIS, so I like the idea of that. So that'd be interesting to see for the next episode what they're going to do. The fact that the TARDIS is crashing, again, another little problem I had, trying to kind of copy what David Tennant did. Didn't need the TARDIS to crash at all, didn't need that. If you're going to do something along those lines, you may as well have done it in battle or something, But apart from a slew of little nitpicks which I had with some of the writing issues, the episode was fantastic. I really did enjoy it. It was a good send-off for the character. Peter Capaldi, love you man. I can't wait to see your episode. Stephen Moffat, No excuses now. You need to deliver fantastic episodes, fantastic dialogue from Matt Smith, one of the best performances. I thought Clara could have been a little better in places, but that's nothing new. If you've been watching Doctor Who since season 7 on with her companion, she hasn't really got her full shine yet, I don't think. But hopefully that will be explored within the next series. I look forward to seeing what season 8 has to offer. It's been a fantastic year for Doctor Who. It's ups and downs definitely with some episodes, but it's good to see, you know, Matt Smith's final performance, and of course we've definitely got 50 years secured of Doctor Who. Awesome stuff, hey. So what are your thoughts of the time of the Doctor? I'd love to know your opinions. Comment down below. So in the meantime, this is Andrew from Medieval Game TV, signing out.